I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes. I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes.
Pastor Lou.
I need about 23 votes. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just think it's about
the covenant keeper, signed, sealed, and delivered. I want you to know that God's covenant with his people has been signed, it's been sealed, and it's been delivered. Family, I need you to know that it is now time for you to take your rightful place. Why? Because you're waiting on, watch this, what you already possess. And so I pose the question to you that God posed to Moses in Exodus chapter 4, verse 2. What's in your hand? Because it is time for you now to use what God has already placed in your hand. I believe that we're living in a time wherein we are being asked to believe that God's promises to us are contractual instead of covenant. I believe that there is a spirit of error in the earth realm that wants God's people to think that they're operating under the limitations of a contract. So I need to talk to you this morning to let you know about the freedom that you have and the assurance that you have and the covenant that you have with our God. Contracts, family, have conditions. Contract says that if you do this, then God will do that. However, if you break the contract in any way, then God is no longer bound by his word to do what he said he was going to do. That's not how God operates. God's covenant, I need you to hear me, is unconditional. And it speaks a different language. God's covenant says, even if you fail, and you shall, even if you mess up, and you will, although I do not condone the failure, and I do not support the messing up, I do not cancel my covenant with you. And I don't know about you, but if God would have canceled his covenant with me every time I messed up, I wouldn't be under the covenant relationship right now. Because just because you are not conscious of your failure don't mean that you don't have any. It could mean that you've surrounded yourself with people that rather see you happy than tell you the truth. Because everybody has something that they need to fall down on their knees for and ask God to please forgive them for the wrong they have done. And so you can have contract, but if somebody violates the contract, then that contract could be null and void. So say, for instance, you have a contract or agreement on your car, and you take your car out of network to get it worked on. They mess it up. Now you bring it back to the manufacturer. That manufacturer will say to you that this contract is null and void. Why? Because you took it out of contract, and when you took it out of network, and when you took it out of network, you voided the contract. I don't know about you, but there was a lot of times that I should have gone to God, but I went out of network. Y'all don't want to be real with me today. And if God had canceled his covenant with me every time I went out of network, then I wouldn't be covered by the covenant of God today. My grandmother, I need you to understand that there are some grace and some blessings that you walk under, not because you deserve it and not because you've been so good, but God looked at you and God said, for the sake of my servant Jennifer, for the sake of my servant Ella May, I'm not going to let this go. Is there anybody in here that know you had a praying grandmother, you had a praying mother, and you're walking under that promise?